Hey everybody, hope you're all doing good today. Today I wanted to take a moment and sort of go over one of the key pieces of equipment on my boat, and that is my power poles right here, 2 power poles. And these, I can't tell you how many times that anymore I get questions. You know, you're driving down the road and somebody wants to know what these things are for. And they basically become a staple with bass fishermen for over about the last 10 years. And there's so many things that you can do with these things that, like I said, a lot of people aren't aware of. You know, first of all, you know, I wish I could have had these things 25 years ago, you know, particularly like if you're in fishing shallow water cover, flipping. How many times have you been going down a bank, wind's blowing 20 miles an hour, you catch one out of a tree or out of a bush in shallow water, and by the time you get the fish in the boat and retie and whatever, you're blowing 30 foot past it. These poles right here, dropping them down, like I said, locks you in position where you can make more casts into that same area where you got bit in. And that's one that probably, in my estimation, is the biggest aspect of power pole fishing. It allows you to efficiently fish an area quietly and basically maximize that water. But there's other things you can do with this too. It's a great tool for when you beach your boat on the bank as far as dropping these things down, keeps you locked in position with that. But also, one of the things you can do with these things, with the power poles, is if you're in deeper water, like 15 or 20 foot, you know, drifting across flats, you can actually get the paddles that attach to this right here, which slow you down tremendously drifting across those big flats. But you can also, if you don't have the paddles that attach to this, you can drop them down just the way they are, and they'll slow you down a little bit to keep you from blowing through an area tremendously fast. But anyway, in my opinion, these things are one of the best investments that you can make as far as a bass angler, simply because it allows you to become a lot more efficient with what you're doing, and it allows you to become more stealthy, particularly because a lot of times what I'll do is, in real shallow water, is I'll push pole through an area. If I get into an area with a lot of cover that I want to fan cast, I'll put my power poles down, fan cast the area, lift them up, push pole down a little bit more, and those fish never hear that trolling motor, which they get so accustomed to, and it actually works as a negative as far as the feeding goes. But if you don't have a pair, I'd highly suggest it. Give them a try. They're well worth the investment. Their things are bulletproof. They're super tough. Never had any problems with the things, and I think that you know, it'll really add up to more fish down the road. Makes you a lot more efficient angler. See you later.